Chandra Radhika Radha Krishna Krishna Bhakti Bhakti Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Namo Vishnu Padaya Charya Sri Narupane Sri Sri Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Adhimadya Charitraya Swasvitanam Chaparane Jivaduke Sadatraya Sri Nama Prabhupada Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnu Padre Nandi Swami, Srila Bhakti Narayan Gosvami Maharaj, our Rupa Guru Varga, especially today, which is the appearance day of Vishnu Padre Tilila Sri Bhakti Prajnana and Keshava Goswami Maharaj. So, today is also called Vyas Puja. The person who sits on as the representative of Vyas and presents the Siddhanta of Vyas, then the birthday, the appearance day of that Vaishnava may be called Vyas Puja, because none different from Vyasadeva. So Vyaso Narayanam Shakshat, in generally, Vyas is Shakti Vaishnava. But in this Danya Kali, then he has some special position. So Vyasa is considered the literary incarnation of Bhagavan. The one Veda, he took and divided into four, the Rig, Atha, Samar and Yajur Veda. He compiled the Upanishads which are there, mostly the Rig Veda. 108 Upanishads are there, as well as the 18 main Puranas. The Vedic Itihasas, especially Mahabharata, which is considered the fifth Veda, and the Brahma Sutra. But despite doing so much, he was not satisfied. Because not directly describing the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Therefore he met Narad Rishi, his guru, with great respect. He worshipped, with great affection he welcomed him. Gurudev, why am I not feeling satisfied? I have done so much. So Narad Muni said, Yad vachas chitrapadam hariyasam jagat pavitram praganat karachit. You have not directly presented the pastimes, the activities of the Supreme Lord. You have presented many other things, dharma, karma, and moksha, but not direct goal of life, prem pumato mahan. Therefore you should write another scripture. Mostly the Vedas, Krishna said, Veda Triguna Visayam, mostly the Vedas deal with Visaya, materialistic topics. So what you have written is like that. So Narad Muni said, of Vyas there are two types of persons. There is the crow and the swan-like person. The crow is naturally attracted to the garbage dump of materialistic topics. In the same way the Vaishnavas, the Paramahamsas, are attracted only to the pastimes of Krishna. So you should write another pastime for the Paramahamsas. That is the Paramahamsa Samghita, the Srimad Bhagavatam. So being blessed by Narad, Sarva Vedanta Saram Hi Sri Bhagavatam Siti. Tad Rasa Mita Tripadasya Anata Swadrasi Kvachit. He compiled the essence of all nectar. Sarva Vedanta Saram, the essence of all the Vedanta. That is the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yad Vaishnavam Priyam. And that Vaishnava is very dear to the Vaishnavas. So in Bhagavatam, of course, 10 subject matters, but 10th canto is the Asraya, the supreme shelter. 10th canto is topics of Oni Brajendra Nandan Sham, Brajabilasi Sham Sundar. And he's Parashakti Sri Radhika. So really, 10th canto is the essence of all Vyasadev's contribution to this world. So, Bhakti, who presents the 10th canto, Das Sakya Vatsalya Madhura, as distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, really the worship of that Vaishnava, that is the topmost Vyas Puja. So today we get a chance to remember and glorify such a Vaishnava, Sri Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. Gurudev would say if Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj had not appeared in this world, if Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had not appeared in this world, all the literature, all the conception of Bhakti Vinod Thakur would be sitting in one almari, being eaten by termites. And if Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj had not appeared in this world, all the things established by Prabhupada, like Navadvip Parikram, the printing press, the wide-scale prachar, all these things also would have stopped. After Prabhupada left, Gaudiya Math became in a very weak position. The time Prabhupada appeared, oh Vinod, take sannyas. Unless you take sannyas, everything I established will be lost. So today we get a chance to remember him. We are very lucky to be in this special branch of the Vinod Dala. So we heard something about Param Gurudev's life, beginning from womb. Of course, Vaishnavas, we do not believe they come by the direct order of the Supreme Lord. They come here for Thakurji's Seva, Vishnu Seva. No other cause. So their birth cannot be counted as a limb of karma. Like mother and father meet, child comes in the womb. Their appearance is not like that. They appear for one mission, that is service of Bhagavan. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur, seeing the general indifference of the population towards Hari Bhakti, he prayed to Bhagavan, give me a ray of Vishnu. Send me, pray to Radhika, give me our associate. That came in the form of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So when Prabhupada came, then many other Paramahamsas also came with him. Salanagata Kinkara Kalpata Tarudikrata Dira Vadanya Varam Vadanagata Varisa Sandravanam Panamami Sada Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada came, then many other Paramahamsas also came with him. Great persons like Bhakti Prajnana Keshava, Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami, Bhakti Divan Janad Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Rakshat Srila Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Goswami Maharaj. We say their names, we become purified. So he appeared in Bangladesh, not that time before Indian division of India, Bangla, that was Mahabharata, now became divided into Pakistan, Bengal and Nepal. So he was born there, born in a wealthy family. And his parents were disciples of Bhakti Vijay Krishna Goswami. They're at Advaitavad, his picture is there. He was yogi but became Vaishnav later. So his parents were initiated there. So from beginning he had that samskar, especially his mother was very strict. It said even if her husband had eaten something improper, she would lock the door and not let him in. She was so much strict. Therefore, especially at school, Jan Gurudev said, child, what type of tree is there? Understood by what type of sprout comes. So from school, he was head of one magazine, he made one newspaper. That time, people would teach at the syllabus Chaitanya Charitamrita because Bengali speaking. That time the teacher was explaining Jivera Surupa Hoy Krishna Nityadas Krishnera Tatasta Shakti Veda Ved Prakash. Advai Gyan Paratattva Brajendra Nandan Srup Shakti Rupta Hoya Swata. Especially this verse is so much misunderstood by the Mayavadis. What is the meaning of Advai Gyan Paratattva Krishna Brajendra Nandan? Advai Gyan Paratattva Brajendra Nandan. Krishna means the non-dual absolute truth. As Ramanuja explained, Krishna devoid of the three Vedas. Swagat Ved, there's no difference between Krishna's inside and outside. There's no difference between all the senses of Krishna's body. All are completely Chinmoy. Krishna is devoid of Swagat Ved. Krishna is devoid of Sagat Ved. Krishna is non-different from his expansions. Non-different from his Shakti. We are different from our children. We are different from our parents. But Krishna, Vishnu Tattva is non-different from his expansions. The Swanks Tattva. And the Vibhinaxa Tattva also non-different from him. So Krishna is devoid of Sagat Veda and devoid of Vijatya Veda. Krishna is not different from those things which are different from him. Like I'm different from this asan and my cloth, but Krishna, his cloth, asan, everything, same as him. So, the Advaigyan Paratattva. So even in high school he would argue with the teachers who would give the Mayavadi explanation of this tattva. He also joined the revolutionary party of Srichandra Bose. Actually, he was mainly responsible for driving the British out. He took a rifle and went to the jungle at the age of 16 or 17. Afterwards, when he joined the Math, the British came to arrest him. Then Prabhupada said, no, look, he has become vegetarian, he's become sadhu. And police freed him. So especially his two aunties, Sarojini and Sarojini Devi especially. Huh? Can't hear anything he's saying. Priyatma, especially Sarojini. His uncle was also Narasimha Maharaj. So he was surrounded by Vaishnava from the beginning. And that was Bhaman Maharaj's uncle, sorry. So, they went for Parikrama in 1916. They performed, 1915 performed Navadvip Parikrama. That time Prabhupada had just taken sannyas, maybe a year before. That time Prabhupada said, I will do Parikrama of the globe. He said, I will do Ratha Yatra in Berlin, London and New York. And Sarojini said, Prabhupada, you are like a beggar. Hey, Bidu, you are like a beggar who sleeps with his head on a bag. I will do this, I will do that. There are not even enough devotees to ring the bell and arati. Who will do Parikrama of the whole globe and open Gaudiya mats on every continent? Then Prabhupada pointing to Vinod, who was only 16 years old, he will do everything. Imagine. So that time, he joined the mat, that time with Paramananda Prabhu. So these two especially. And their mat life was very ideal. These days with so much worry, will there be pani and sabji today? That time they were so poor, there was not enough rice to eat. Imagine Bengalis living without rice. So only 200 grams of rice they had, and many, many leaves they collected from them. This moringa tree, this makes a nice spinach. So big plate of moringa and 200 grams of rice and 3-4 brahmacharis each rice. They've only got this much rice. They had no leaf plates, so just eating off the concrete. Imagine. If they brought this program in, probably 99% of us will go back to Rup Sanatana. Then Prabhupada saw, what? Not enough to eat? No, Gurudev. There's plenty to eat. We are just practicing Vairagya. Practicing Vairagya. Prabhupada's method of preaching was very revolutionary. Before, like we hear the lives of Narottam, Srinivas, especially Srinivasacharya, they would make kings their disciples. And with the wealth of the royal families, they would preach. But Prabhupada would give each brahmachari one little box with a little hole. Go to the train stations. Go to the marketplaces and preach there. There your kirtan will be tested, he said. So people would go, please give a donation for Gaudiya Math. What is Gaudiya Math? That is the philosophy of Lord Chaitanya. Who's Lord Chaitanya? We believe in Ramakrishna mission. And this way they would collect small donations from each person. So one time Prabhupada was going home. Hey, Vidu, So Prabhupada did many revolutionary things. Before, sannyasis would not wear shoes or stitch cloth. Or to speak of traveling in the motor car. Prabhupada would do all these things. So he was driving past. He saw Vinod with his collection box under his head, sleeping under one tree. When Prabhupada saw that, Prabhupada began to weep. Oh, Vinod is from royal family, Zamindar. And for the service of Guru and Vaishnava, he is undergoing such great suffering. We cannot even, a little bit cold, we run to Puri. A little bit hot, we run to the Himalayas. We don't want to take any difficulty in our Guru Seva, no? Therefore, Hari Bhakti stays very far away from us. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that said, that suffering which comes in Guru Seva, that purifies the heart. Seva sukhe dukha parama sampada nase avidya. That suffering which comes in Guru Seva purifies us. That is the supreme wealth of the devotees. Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj will now collect vegetables from the market, do some bhiksha. Then Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Maharaj will say, I will take the big bag of vegetables. I am the senior Vaishnava. And Swarup Siddhanti Maharaj, no, you are the senior Vaishnava, so I will take the big bag. And this way they would quarrel over their seva. I will do more seva. I will do more seva. So Prabhupada gave him in charge of this whole Gaudiya Math. At the time now, even the lands of Gaudiya Math so big. All this from Masibadi all the way to the back, all the way down to, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, from Chandrasekhar Bhavan all the way down to Sridharangan. Big land. So that time he was 17 years old. Take charge of that. Imagine that. We are 50 years old, still no responsibility. At 17 years old, he was taking care of that. Some persons were not paying their tax. So he tied them to a tree and began whipping them. Then others became afraid and gave their taxes. Gurudev said when he would cross the Ganga on the boat, how much the boat cost? Like a quarter of a rupee, but he would give 5 rupees like that. Like a king. The other devotees would complain to Prabhupada about this. Prabhupada laughed. We know it is like a king. For him, money is like dirt. Like that. So much generous. So he was like the king of Mayapur. King of Mayapur. Everyone called him Vinoda. The Muslims of that area also had too much respect for him. So, in that way, because he took full responsibility, Guru Maharaj would say, that person who takes no responsibility in Guru Seva, that person is like an animal. And we see many people just coming for prasad or easy life, no responsibility, no nothing. No. And we think we are very clever. I know how to get the most benefit and do the least. In this way we deceive ourselves. Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj was not like that. He took full responsibility for all Gaudiya Math and all devotees in the month. So everyone would call him Vinoda, big brother. Vinod, big brother. So many people used to think, as Sadhu Maharaj was saying, many people would think, oh, he is just a karmi, expert in management. Some persons wrote a letter like that. That time Prabhupada answered. And this Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he saw that letter Prabhupada wrote to the brahmacharis in Delhi Math. Then Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, when he saw Prabhupada's letter, he developed so much faith in Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. Therefore Prabhupada had no tension. He knew my mother's being fully protected, therefore he was free to preach. So of course, when Prabhupada left, Saraswati Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Maharaj said, the real Swarup of the disciple is only understood when Gurudev leaves. Why you came to Gurudev, that's only revealed after he left. Because when Gurudev here, everyone keeps quiet, no? Because Gurudev controls everyone. Gogman said, like a basket of snakes. All disciples like snakes in the basket. And Gurudev's Harikatha, all snakes are peaceful, but when the snake The snake charmer disappears, all snakes go back to their original nature. So many people come to Gurudev for money or for some knowledge or some position. But Param Gurudev was in charge, but when some dispute came, actually in Calcutta when Prabhupada left, some disciples influenced by the smarter philosophy wanted to cremate Prabhupada. And big opposition was there. Then alone Param Gurudev said, that's alright, if you want to cremate Prabhupada, no problem. But first you have to cremate me. Then he arranged this train to go to Mayapur with all the Vaishnavas. He arranged the Samadhi. Then after Samadhi ceremony, no one could find Param Gurudev. No one could find him. 3 days, no one knew where he was. Then Prabhupada came in a dream of Bhaman Maharaj, Sajan Sevak. Oh, he's there behind Radhakund. Now it's clear, but that time was jungle. No? You'll find him there. Take him the prasad. Like the prasad, like we offer to Yogamaya. To Gurudev, we also offer the prasad. After Thakurji eats, this prasad we give to all Brijavasis, Guru Parampara, Gurudev also. So Prabhupada came in the dream of Sajat Sevak. Take this plate, we know it is there behind Radhakund in Mayapur. So he went there, Param Gurudev just weeping there in the jungle, weeping. Then Sajat Sevak said, oh, Gurudev, now take this, Prabhupada gave dream, take, eat. This way Prabhupada appeared in his dream. We know if you don't take sannyas, everything will be lost. So he took sannyas from Bhakti Rakshak Srila Gosvami. I heard because Param Gurudev came so many years before Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Actually, he was the first disciple of Prabhupada, Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Maharaj. Because Prabhupada was not, he was giving mantras but not giving Guru mantra. Who knows, maybe he was thinking, some humility, I am not qualified. Cannot know. Then Prabhupada gave mantra, then Param Gurudev asked, Prabhupada, you don't give me Guru mantra. Silence. Prabhupada, that means I have to go to another Guru to get the Guru mantra? Then Prabhupada laughed and gave him. So he was the first disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So in all ways he was the leader for everyone. So in many years he came before even Bhakti Rakshak Srila Goswami Maharaj. So when he asked him for sannyas, then Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, any order you give me, I must follow that. They're all so much ideal in their behavior, in their dealings. So he got that name, Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. Prajnana, what is the meaning? The Mayavadis also have one understanding, Prajnanam Brahma. You know, what Sankaracharya falsely called the 4 Mahavakyas of the Vedas. But Param Gurudev would say, where are these called Mahavakyas by anyone? There's only one Mahavakya in the Veda, that is Om, Omkar. Where's another? But the Mayavadi is very fond of these secondary mantras. Prajnanam Brahma. Brahma means knowledge. Brahman. Tattvamasi, you are that. Salva Kalvavidam Brahma. Everything comes from that Brahman. No. But what is real Gyan? What is real knowledge? Even though in Bhagavatam we see Gyani Prayasa Mudu Pashinamante Vijivanti Satma Kalatam Baladevata. Give up endeavor for Gyan and just hear. But does that mean Vaishnavas are foolish? That is not the meaning. No. Useless Gyan, Brahmatmaika Surpa Gyan, knowledge of the oneness of the Jiva with Brahman, that knowledge we throw. But Sambandha Gyan we never give up. Sambandha means relationship, knowledge of our relationship. So Abhidhaya is also there. Prayojan is also divisions of Gyan. Krishna himself says, Bahu Janmanamanti Jnanavamam Prapatante Vasudev Sarvamiti Samahatma Sadula. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, when the devotee's knowledge becomes perfect, he surrenders to me. So Gyan is not opposite of devotion. Devotion is not devoid of Gyan. That is Sudha Gyan, Sambandha Gyan, perfect knowledge. So Pragyan, the topmost knowledge, that is service to Radha Krishna, especially service to Radhika, that is the topmost knowledge. Everyone not have that knowledge. Pragyan, full, complete, prakriti, complete knowledge. Realized knowledge, topmost knowledge. So the real form of topmost knowledge, of course, that is service to Krishna, but even superior to that is service to Radhika. Sometimes we hear that Krishna sees the seva of the Manjari painting pictures on Radhika's cheeks or combing hair. Then Krishna also wants to do it. Even though Krishna is knowledge, Gyan Sarup. But hand is shaking so much, these pictures that the gopis draw on Radhika's body, these pictures are all crooked and stick figures. But Krishna's hand shaking so much. So that, especially the Gyan of the Manjaris, that is the topmost form of Sarup Gyan, Prakasthi Bhakti Pragya. So wonderful things he did before Prabhupada's time. We heard from Pujapad Sadhu Maharaj. Many wonderful things he did for Prabhupada. Actually, I read, the Ganga was not taking away the Samadhi of Gokashadas Babaji Maharaj before some person had donated that land, but after he became against. For that reason, they moved the Samadhi. So this was told by Nayanananda Baba, one Baba, disciple of Saraswati Thakur. We met him. He lived there in Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj's ashram. So Param Gurudev collected many criminals, dacoits. He gave them all, 5-10 rupees, come. And many of them went, they surrounded that Samadhi. And then they removed and brought back. So many big works he did, including this Surabhi Kunj. Now is but where Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote Jaiva Dharma, that place was also captured by Param Gurudev, Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj. So many wonderful things he did, therefore Prabhupada gave him the name Kriti Ratna. Kriti means everything he did was wonderful and perfect. Kriti Ratna. All different types of management, managing the Vaishnavas with so much affection, giving encouragement in bhajan. Therefore, even young devotees like Sajan Sevak Brahmachari and Anantaram, after became Sri Bhakti Jivan Janam Goswami Maharaj, when they came, they were young boys, and who took care of them all? That was Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj. With so much affection and so much expertise, he protected all Vaishnavas. So when Gaudiya, like this, some breakdown was there, he went alone. Gurudev said when he left with his dhoti and his big bag. Other persons leave with so big bank accounts and all that, but he left with the big bag and his dhoti. Actually, Gurudev said, when I first met Gurudev, the next day, Srila Gokmaj had just disappeared. So someone gave Gurudev a picture of Srila Gokmaj when he disappeared. And Gurudev became so angry, was shouting, "Why are you showing me this? A Vaishnav never dies. A Vaishnav never dies. This is all offense." Then this person was crying, "Oh, I took this from the Samadhi." Gurudev said, "I never took anything from my Gurudev. I only took his moods." In the same way, Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, no. He could have taken all properties. He could have taken all the bank accounts, but he took nothing. No, he just took the moods of Prabhupada. And when he came to Devananda Gaudiya Math, there was a rented building at that time. Then so many devotees were there. One godbrother came, Nayana Makanji. He was little fat, little healthy. Then Param Gurudev was distressed. How will I feed the Vaishnavas? And he was thinking. Because no money, nothing. That time one bird was moving in the sky. And the bird dropped something from its beak. So Param Gurudev opened it. Inside was 25 anna. That's like a quarter of a rupee.
6 Anna, not
6 Anna, that's
more than 20.
so
6 by 1 Anna. So 6 Anna means
1 rupee, how many Anna?
36.
1 rupee, how many Anna?
16.
16. 6 Anna means less than half a rupee. Then Parabuddha began weeping. Oh, Bhagavan supply, Bhagavan protects, Bhagavan maintains. That time one Giri Maharaj from Burma had sent Parabuddha. That time when he got this 6 Anna, he began weeping and ordered sandesh and potatoes for the Vaishnavas. That time one Bhakti Sarvasi Giri Maharaj from Burma, he sent Parabuddha a check of 125 rupees.
100 rupees. Read there.
100 rupees. So someone dancing for half a rupee, man. 100 rupees means
Sumati Suhete, Sumati Sa Nikat Hete. Dekhe Trivikram. What is Suhete?
close.
Nothing meaning. Just 10%.
Haribol, I'll try to finish despite the obstacles. So 100 rupees was sent by his godbrother. Then Parabuddha began with so much enthusiasm preaching. So many Gaudiya months he opened in Bengal, studying Chinchuru Gaudiya month and many other branches. Many sannyasis he made, and these sannyasis, great figures, great personalities. You know, all the books of Prabhupada he again reprinted, as well as inspiring, you know, the presentation of all these literatures in the Hindi language. So I'll finish here. One time when they were building Devananda Gaudiya Math, someone asked, no flower garden is here. Then Parabuddha said, you don't see my flowers? Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Bhavan Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Chirakaram Goswami Maharaj. These are my flowers. And this perfume they're giving, this will attract the three worlds. So anyway, we're very fortunate to be in the shelter of such Vaishnav. No? Then Gurudev, then from this tree of Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Maharaj came wonderful fruits like Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So we are also sitting on that mango tree, but not as mangoes, something a little less developed. But anyway, we're too much fortunate to be in this Guru Parampara. Today is a very worshipful day. Sri Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
I just little speak, then I go up, then one person speak now, and in meantime another. Vande Gurum Padadvandam Bhaktavinda Samanavitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samajuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Namo Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singha Rupine Srimate Bhakti Prajnana Savite Nam Atimartha Charitraya Swasritanancha Paline Jiva Dukhe Sadartaya Srinama Premadayine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Paganebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 सर्वाग्रे मध्य गुरुपाद पद्म नित्य पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सहस्र भक्ति जीवन जनार्दन गोसाई महाराज नित्य पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टभक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज तथा समस्त रूपानुगुरु वर्गों के चरणों में अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए है की कृपा की प्रार्थना करते हैं। उपस्थित समस्त वैष्णव जन, मातृजन सभी के प्रति जथा दंडवत। आज जगत गुरु निकला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर सत्य भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद जी के श्री चरणा श्री निकला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद अष्ट भक्ति प्रजन केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि। सर्वस्तु केशवावलोक परमोत्सव निर्वृता जबु विरजम तापम प्राप्तम प्राज्ञम प्राप्त जथा जना। जिस समय कृष्ण रास मंडल में अंतर्धान के बाद प्रकट हुए गोपी गीत के बाद, वहां कहते हैं सभी ने उस केशव को देखा। सर्वस्तु केशवावलोक, क्योंकि तासम तस्वभगवदम वीक्षमाणम च केशव। जब कृष्ण अंतर्धान हुए तो उस उनका नाम गोपियों ने सुखदेव जी ने केशव कहा। कौन अंतर्धान हुआ? केशव। क्यों हुए? उनके सौभाग्य, मद और अभिमान को देख। गोपियों को सौभाग्य मद हुआ, राधा जी को मान हुआ, केशव चलेगा। फिर केशव यहाँ प्रकट हुए। उस केशव को सभी ने देखा और परम उत्सव, जैसा भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज जी का आविर्भाव तिथि है, पूरा विश्व आज उत्सव में डूब। क्योंकि केशव एक कृष्ण है और केशव एक उनके दास है। केशव दास, भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव जो भी नाम होता है, भगवत संग जो नाम होता है वैष्णव का, वो दास अर्थ में होता है। जैसे मधुसूदन दामोदर नाम है तो मधुसूदन दामोदर पे भगवान नहीं है, दास है। केशव दास है, क्योंकि दास और भगवान बराबर नहीं हो जाते, प्रेम में अंतर नहीं रहता। अभी देख रहे हो जो तीन जो सीढ़ी बना हुआ है, जो परम गुरुदेव इंगित किए थे मंदिर स्थापना के समय, जो नीचे का जो होगा वो सोपानों, अरुण वरण अरुण वस्त्रधारी, कोई विनोद जो राधा कृष्ण को विनोदन करते हैं, उसके ऊपर का जो है पीताम्बर, वो सोपान कृष्ण स्वरूप अथवा गौर स्वरूप है। गौर भी गौर है, कृष्ण भी पीताम्बर पहनते हैं। और उससे ऊपर वाले जो है वो राधा जी का स्वरूप नील, ये अपने दर्शन। तो ऊपर से राधा नहीं थे, कृष्ण दासी और नीचे से दासी और जो भी है वो सब चलता है। उसमें प्रेम में कौन क्या है वो अर्थ नहीं रहता। भक्त भगवान एक हो जाते हैं, शरीर दो रहता है लेकिन मन बुद्धि प्राण आत्मा सब एक हो जाता है। इसलिए दो होकर के भी दो का भाव नहीं रहता, भेद नहीं रहता। सेव सेवक सम हो गए, गयो भेदत विप्रलम्ब है, लेकिन जब एक साथ है तो तीनों में भेद कौन है? तीनों सोपान में किसको कम बोलेंगे? तीनों तो बराबर ही दिख रहे हैं। जो विनोद मंजरी हैं, कृष्ण और राधा रानी है, तीनों तो एक ही पंक्ति में खड़े। विप्रलम्ब में फिर एक अलग सी है, वो भी प्रेम को पुष्टि के लिए भेद प्रतीति होती है। तो ऐसे आज भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी जी एक श्लोक इनके स्वरूप पर बैठता है। सर्वस्तु केशवावलोक परमोत्सव निर्वृत्ता जहुर तापम जहु विरजम तापम प्रागम प्राप्त जथा जन। जैसे व्यक्ति को जब तत्व का ज्ञान हो जाता है तो सारे दुख को भूल जाता है, क्योंकि तत्व ज्ञान नहीं होने के कारण ही दुखी है। जैसे सूर्य के प्रकाश में फिर अंधकार नहीं रहता, जैसे जीव भक्ति तत्व, कृष्ण तत्व, रस तत्व, प्रेम तत्व, गुरु तत्व, गौर तत्व, राधा कृष्ण तत्व, सब तत्वों को ठीक ठीक से अनुभव करता है। तो जैसे विरह में, प्रेम में, विरह में जैसे ताप होता है और मिलन के बाद फिर आनंद होता है, ऐसे जीव भी जब कृष्ण को भूल जाता है, तत्व को भूल जाता है, तो दुखी होता है, ताप ग्रसित होता है। फिर आध्यात्मिक आदि, दैविक आदि, भौतिक ताप उनको बहुत प्रताड़ित करते, बहुत कष्ट देते। भयम द्वितीयाभिनिवेश, जब द्वितीयाभिनिवेश होता है तो भय, ये सब ताप, कष्ट, शोक, मोह सब आकर को घेर लेते। लेकिन तत्व को उपलब्धि होने पर ये सब ताप चला जाता है। वहां कृष्ण साक्षात्कार होने पर विरह नहीं, मिलन हो गए। और यहाँ प्राज्ञा मतलब भक्ति तत्व, भक्ति विज्ञान, जैसे भक्ति प्रज्ञान, कितना बड़ा तत्वज्ञ है, क्योंकि तत्व जितना बड़ा होगा रस का उतना उत्कर्ष होता है। अगर केवल रस पक्ष हो और तत्व न हो, तत्व छोटा और रस बड़ा हो, तो लोग सहजिया बोल देंगे, बोलेंगे खाली रस ही रस, रसी की बस, और कुछ इसको आता नहीं, और इसका कोई सिर पैर नहीं है, कोई रस की बात बोल दिया बस। लेकिन रस और तत्व दोनों का सम्मिश्रण हो और अद्भुत रूप में, तो विलक्षण लोगों में होता है, सब में नहीं होता। दोनों चीज सबको नहीं मिलता, तत्व भी हो और रस भी हो, दोनों नहीं मिलता। अगर किसी को मिलता भी तो टूटा फूटा होता है, मतलब पूरा भर करके वो नहीं ग्रहण कर सकते। लेकिन भक्ति प्रज्ञान के सब से महाराज जी के जीवन में देखने का था कि तत्व और रस दोनों में बिल्कुल भरा हुआ है, लबालब। कितना तत्व चाहिए, कितना प्राज्ञा चाहिए, कितना समझ चाहिए। मायावाद की जीवनी आदि में और जगह जगह पर अपने प्रबंधों में, प्रवचनों में षट संदर्भादि का जो सिद्धांत है, वो तत्व को कितने सुंदर रूप में साधे। और तत्व में रस केवल सुखा नहीं, उनका तत्व सुन करके सुनने की इच्छा हो गई। खाली तत्व कुछ होते, तत्व बोले, तत्व लेके रस। सर्व वर्ण विशिष्टा जत्र, सर्वे वर्ण जत्र विशिष्टा गौर कांति प्रकाशक विकासक, सर्व वर्ण हीनस्तु कृष्ण वर्ण प्रकाशक। ये तत्व है, लेकिन तत्व में रस है। तत्वस्तक श्री विनोद भाई तत्वस्तक में बता रहे, तत्व और रस। सर्व वर्ण जत्राविष्टा, जहां पर सारे वर्ण, नीला, पीला, बैगनी, गहरा नीला, गुलाबी, लाल, ऐसे 7 रंग कहे गए। वो सातों रंग जहां पर चमत्कार रूप में, चित्कारी रूप में हो, मतलब सारे गुण जिसमें आश्चर्य रूप में हो, वो गौर है, गौर वर्ण। गौर कहो या राधा रानी, राधा रानी में सारे गुण, लावण्यं परमाद्भुतम, रति कला चातुर्य मद्भुतम, कांति काफी पुनर्अद्भुत अद्भुतम, शास्मितम साद्भुतम, सा राधा अद्भुत मूर्ति, अद्भुत रसम। बहुत उनके उसके पाठ, लावण्य सार, रस सार, सुख एक सारे, कारुण्य सार, मधुर छवि रूप सारे, वैदग्ध सार, रति केली विलास सारे, श्री राधिका विदेव मनो अखिल सार सार। जितने सार, जितने चमत्कार, सब राधा गौर हरि के स्वरूप में भरा हुआ, और प्रकट साक्षात रूप में आज भी, मतलब इस धन कलयुग में आकर के गौर हरि ने दोनों चमत्कार को एक साथ दिखाया। सौंदर्य काम कोटि, सकल जन समलादने चंद्र कोटि, वात्सल तीर्थस कोटि, विटपी नाम कोटि, औदार्य सारे, गाम बुद्धि कोटि, सुधा क्षीरमाद विकट कोटि, गौरव देव सजियात परनय रस पदे दर्शिता, आश्चर्य कोटि। हजारों आश्चर्य चमत्कार दिखलाए, जहां सब चमत्कार अद्भुत रूप में, वो गौर कांति है, गौर सौंदर्य। कोई तुलना है उनका सौंदर्य का? एक बूंद में पूरा जगत डूब जाए। करोड़ों कामदेव को मिला तो एक बूंद नहीं होगी, करोड़ों करोड़ों सौंदर्य काम कोटि। जगत को आनंदित करने के लिए करोड़ों चंद्रमाओं के समान है, महापुरुषों को देख के कौन आनंदित नहीं होगा? भक्तों को छोड़ जाओ, भक्त तार्किक दुर्जन पापी तापी जगाई मदाई भी नाच रहे हैं, आनंदित हो, कौन बचे? ऐसा कोई गुण, ऐसा चमत्कार कहीं है? वात्सल्य आदि में तो होता है, जहां पर सब गुण प्रकट होता है वो गौर मूर्ति है। और सर्ववर्ण हिनस्तु कृष्ण वर्ण प्रकाश, जहां पर सर्ववर्ण मतलब क्या है? कृष्ण मतलब श्याम है, तो श्याम में कोई रंग नहीं होता, कोई वर्ण नहीं होता, निर्गुण है, लेकिन वो निर्गुण अप्राकृत निर्गुण है। जड़ीय गुण नहीं तो क्या हुआ, लेकिन अप्राकृत गुण है। निर्गुण कह के बिल्कुल उनको हटा नहीं देंगे, उनका आकार प्रकार रूप को खत्म नहीं कर देंगे। इसलिए सुखदेव जी कहते हैं, निर्नाम निश्रेय सर्फाय व्यक्तिर भागवतो निरूपा अव्यस्य प्रमेयस्य निर्गुणस्य गुणात्मा। कृष्ण जो है भक्तों के ऊपर कृपा करने के लिए निर्नाम निश्रेय सार्थाय, जीवों को कैसे कल्याण हो, कैसे मंगल हो, जीव कैसे उनको प्राप्त करके चरणों में जाए, उनकी सेवा करे, इसलिए उन्होंने अपने स्वरूप को प्रकट किया। व्यक्तिर भागवतो निरूपा, भगवान कृष्ण जो है हमारे जैसे मनुष्य रूप में हमारे बीच में अभिव्यक्त हुए। निर्नाम निश्रेय अव्यस्य अप्रमेयस्य, उनका स्वरूप में कोई व्यय नहीं है, जितने भी स्वरूप है सब पूर्ण है, कोई कम बेसी क्षय वाला नहीं है, कोई स्वजाति विजाति स्वगत वेदादि से रहित है, और सब प्रेममय है, सब रसमय है। अवश्य प्रवेश निर्गुणस्य, और प्राकृतिक गुण रहित है, गुणात्मन। तो निर्गुण का मतलब फिर उनमें गुण नहीं क्या, मतलब गुण है लेकिन उनका गुण और गुणी का कोई भेद नहीं, मतलब व्यक्ति और व्यक्ति का गुण, गुण जो होते हैं व्यक्ति में रहता है, लेकिन व्यक्ति और व्यक्ति गुण जगत में अलग कर दिया जाएगा, लेकिन भगवान के नाम गुण और उन स्वरूप में कोई भेद नहीं। इस संसार में व्यक्ति व्यक्ति के नाम अलग होता है, तो भगवान के नाम में गुण गुणी सब एक ही, मतलब उनका स्वरूप और गुण एक ही। बोले वो जो उनका स्वरूप गुणों से बना हुआ, अव्यस्य निर्गुणस्य गुणात्मन। निर्गुण इसलिए उसको कहा जाता है कि उनके आत्मा और शरीर में कोई भेद ही नहीं, सब गुण स्वरूप है, मतलब गुण ही उनका आत्मा है, स्वरूप। हमारा गुण और स्वरूप एक नहीं, रजोगुण तमोगुण शरीर है, सब बाहरी चीज है, और आत्मा अलग है, लेकिन भगवान इस गुण और आत्मा दोनों एक है, मतलब आत्मा से अलग कुछ है ही नहीं, और उनके स्वरूप में कोई विकार है नहीं, कोई प्राकृतिक गुण है ही नहीं, इसलिए हम उसको अनुभव नहीं कर पाते, छू नहीं पाते। जो मायावादी वहां तक नहीं पहुंच पाते, ज्ञानी लोग इसलिए उनको निर्गुण बोल देते, निराकार बोल देते, क्योंकि उसको छूने का एक उपाय है भक्ति, और जब भक्ति नहीं है तो स्वाद नहीं है, स्वाद नहीं है तो दुर्योधन भी मारने को दौड़ता है, गाली देता है, कंस भी मारने आ जाता है, शिशुपाल भी मारने आ जाता है, ये कहाँ से काला गुबारिया आ गया, क्योंकि उसको सौंदर्य का अनुभव, उनके गुणों को प्राप्त नहीं कर, छू नहीं सकते, क्योंकि भगवान का जो गुण है अप्राकृत गुण, उसको छूने के लिए अप्राकृत वस्तु चाहिए, और वो केवल भक्ति है। भक्ति रेव नयति, भक्ति रेव दर्शयति, भक्ति रेव भूयसी, भक्ति रेव पुरुष बस। भक्ति 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 की बात, इसलिए कोई इस चीज का अनुभव नहीं कर सकते। जो तत्व की जो बात बता रहे 8 श्लोक में 9 श्लोकों में जो पूरा तत्व भर दिए, एक श्लोकों में जब विश्लेषण करेंगे तो पूरे शास्त्र को, पूरे वेदांत का सबको उसमें भागवत आदि गीता आदि का पूरा सार आ जाए। राधा चिंता निविषय न जस कांति विलोकिता, श्री कृष्ण चरणन मंदिर राधा लंगित विग्रह। क्या अद्भुत चमत्कार, विनोद मंजरी भी ऐसे लिख सकते। और वृंदावन में देखो यहाँ पर कौन किसके चिंता में निविष्ट है। सेवा कुंज में जाओ, राधा रानी थोड़े कृष्ण की चिंता कर रहे हैं, वो तो अपने पलंग पर अपने सिंहासन में बैठी हैं, दासियां जय जयकार कर रहे हैं, उनके चरण चाप रहे हैं, कोई उनको चम्मच डुला रहे, कोई पान दे रहे हैं, कोई आरती उतार रहे, कोई गीत गा रहे, कोई मृदंग बजा रहे, कोई नाच रहे, सब सेवा में लगे। और कृष्ण क्या कर रहे हैं? अनुनय भी नहीं कर रहे, चिंतन कर रहे, भजन कर रहे। देखो दूर से कुंज कुटीरे में बैठो पलोटत राधिका पाए। एक बार याद है 1996 या 95 में रूप सनातन में परम गुरु जी किसी तिथि के अवसर पर गुरु जी बोले थोड़ा बोलो कथा करो, परम गुरु जी की कथा 10 मिनट बोलना। तो उस समय वही याद आ गए। उस कथा में एक शब्द आए थे कि जो रूपानुग है, जो रूप रघुनाथ का अनुगत में भजन करते हैं, उनकी चेष्टा यही रहती है कि कृष्ण राधा जी के चिंतन में व्याकुल हो, वो उनके लिए रोए, छटपटाए, विलाप करे। उनके भजन में ये भाव नहीं होता कि राधा ने कृष्ण के लिए रोए, विलाप करे, व्याकुल हो, क्योंकि उनको दुख होता है। कृष्ण थोड़ा व्याकुल हो कोई बात नहीं, क्योंकि जो अपराध करते उसको दंड मिलना चाहिए। राधा जी के लिए सरल है, राधा जी के जीवन में कृष्ण का भी कुछ है ही नहीं, इसलिए क्यों रोए, क्यों विलाप करे। जो दोष करे वो विलाप करेगा। और इनका स्वभाव क्या है, अभी चंद्रावली 5 नंबर सैविया है, एक पद्मा है, एक पता नहीं कितने कहाँ घूमते रहे, और फिर राधा जी के पास आकर सिर रख के चरणों में और लिख करके या बोल करके कहते मैं आपका हूं, आपके अतिरिक्त में कुछ नहीं जानता, और फिर दूसरी जगह चले जाते। परम गुरु जी कथा भी कहीं पर वरिष्ठों वकीलों के बीच में बोले कि मामला मुकदमा करना ये कोई भक्ति विरोधी नहीं है, बस भाव अपना अनुकूल होना चाहिए। अनुकूल ने कृष्ण अनुशीलन, यदि अनुकूल भाव से कृष्ण अनुशीलन करने के लिए, कृष्ण भजन के लिए अगर कोई मुकदमा आदि कोर्ट कचहरी लड़ाई झगड़ा भी करना होता है तो करना चाहिए, क्योंकि गोलोक वृंदावन में सब चलता है। एक बार राधा जी के कोर्ट में सखियों ने, दासियों ने केस फाइल कर दी। कृष्ण जो है चंद्रावली के यहाँ गया था, परसों दिन आपसे बोला था मैं आपका हूं, लेकिन वो मानते नहीं, बार बार नियम को तोड़ देते हैं, समझौता को स्वीकार नहीं करते। तो फिर उनको सब सखी लोग पकड़ के ले आए, राधा जी के चरणों में खड़ा करा दिए, और राधा जी तदंत करने लगे क्यों, और उधर ललिता की शाखा वकील बन गई, वो अपने अपना सब देने लगे, इसका कौन कौन सा दोष है, जितना भी शिकायत है सब करने लगे।
साक्षी भी बहुत।
अब किसी प्रकार से कोई जवाब देते नहीं बना, फिर कृष्ण चरणों में गिर गए, तवैव अस्मि न जीवामि प्रयाति। इतना भी भूल है, दोष है, जो अपराध है, फिर भी मैं आपका हूँ, आपके बिना जी नहीं सकता, ऐसा मान करके जान करके आप अपने चरणों में रखिए। राधे तेरे चरणों की यदि धूल मिले, तो कितना भी कृष्ण कुछ करे फिर भी उनके चरणों में, उनके पास ही आते, हर समय उनके चिंता में डूबे रहते हैं। अपराध होने के बाद भी राधा चिंता नहीं से, और राधा जी के हर चीज उनको इतना अच्छा लगता है कि अपना श्याम वर्ण भी उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता, इसलिए अपना श्याम वर्ण को खो गए, छोड़ दिए और गौर हो गए, जो विनोद बिहारी को प्रकट हुए। इतना रसिक उनके बिहारी, उनके ठाकुर जी इतने राधा जी के भाव में, चिंतन में निविष्ट है, जो गौर हो गए, जैसे कांति विलोकी था। अब जब जो राधा जी के चिंता में ऐसे डूब गए और सब कुछ खो गए, बोला ऐसे कृष्ण को मैं वंदना कर। राधा चिंता जैसे कांति, श्री कृष्ण चरणं वंदे राधा लिंगित दिग्रस। दो अर्थ है, एक चिंतन में या तो उनका वर्ण समाप्त हो गया, गौर हो गया, अथवा राधा जी के आलिंगन होने पर श्याम मेघ पर बिजली अगर पूरा ढक दे तो श्याम मेघ फिर श्याम नहीं दिखता, वो चमकता हुआ स्वर्ण लता जैसा दिखता है, विद्युत लता। तो राधा जी का आलिंगन के कारण भी कृष्ण अपना वर्ण समाप्त हो गया, क्योंकि जब जोर से कोई बिजली चमक रहे हो, कोई सूर्य प्रकाश हो रहा हो, तो वहां पर अंधकार कहाँ रहेगा। कृष्णा के लिए अंधेरा दिखते हैं, राधा जी के सामने तो फिर वो भी गोल्डन हो जाते हैं, पीत वर्ण हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि राधा जी अपने ज्योति से, अपने प्रभा से उनके कांति को ढक देते हैं। अमृत या तो उनके साथ में राधा भाव द्युति सुबलितम, जब राधा भाव और द्युति उनके कांति जब उनके ऊपर पड़ता है तो श्याम हरित द्युति, वो श्याम भी वैसे ही नीला हो जाए, वैसे नीला बन जाते, गोल्डन हो जाते, क्योंकि इसमें गुण है, उनको अपने जैसा बना लेने का। जैसे कोई काला पेंटिंग है, काला है दीवार, काला है, लेकिन काला पर अगर नीला पोत दो तो काला नीला जैसा दिखेगा। जो भी वर्ण काला पर लगाएंगे वो वर्ण प्रकाश कर देगा, लेकिन काला को किसी पर पोतो तो काला काला ही काला सबको कर, नीला है तो भी उसको काला कर देगा, सफेद है तो उसको काला कर देगा, लाल है तो उसको काला कर देगा। किंतु राधा ने जो कृष्ण को भाव विचित्र प्रदान करते, उनके जितने भाव उस भाव का अनुरूप